Hello, welcome back to another Pick a Card reading. This reading is about the path ahead, and as always, we have our three groups here. Pile 1 is on the left, 2 is in the middle, and 3 is on the right. The timestamps will be in the description box below, along with the cards that I'm using. And if you would like a private reading with me, there is a link to my Facebook page, and you can contact me on there. There is a little bit of a wait mid-October for a reading, but if you would like to message me, we can organise that. So I hope you enjoy your reading. Hey Group 1, and welcome to your reading. If you chose the bottle brush, then this one is for you. Selections from my garden today. So bottle brush is all about abundance, laughter and joy. It is connected to the Australian bird, the kookaburra, which has a very infectious laugh. It's also celebrating birth and new journeys, creating a more sustainable life for yourself, embracing the changes as life unfolds into new chapters. It's also connected to mothers or people who are about to become new mothers who might be a little concerned about fulfilling their new role. So it's connected to all things birth and new beginnings. So yeah, bottle brush for Group 1. So we're going to look at the path ahead as we always do. Starting with maybe your oracle card that you chose, I would say. I love this, it's beautiful. It's just some words around the edges. It says, "The beautiful unknown beckons. As I summon my brave and trusting heart, my soul dances towards a stunning sacred destiny." It's a beautiful card. It's very resonant with that flower as well. New beginnings and the unknown, being brave to trust it. All right, so we're looking at past energy first, Group 1. We've got the 8 of Cups, 7 of Cups, and the Ace of Pentacles here. So, a lot of deep reflection in the recent past. A lot of deep reflection, and maybe coming to realize perhaps maybe the error of your ways, or a choice you might have made that is no longer in alignment with what you want to create or where you're headed. Whether that's to do with a behavior or a way of viewing things, an old template, an old relationship, a job, a home. It could be so many things. And everyone will resonate a little differently here. But the 8 of Cups and the 7 of Cups, cups are emotional cards, but it does really speak to a lot of reflection that I'm getting from this. Is a lot of reflections so that you can move forward with a bit more certainty. Cutting away some of the confusion. I feel like once you realized a certain thing that you had to leave behind within yourself or in your external relationships, there was something you realized, whether it's an error of your ways or either way, you've learned a great deal from it, and it's opened up a whole new horizon or a whole new opportunity for you in leaving that behind. And I feel like whatever that was something you clung to quite tightly, I think. But there's a real desire to make some movement forward now away from that, even if you don't know. And I feel like there is a bit of confusion about the path ahead. You're not too sure how things will unfold, especially with that card there, entering the unknown. 7 of Cups is wrought with confusion, but it's also like feeling an opportunities or multiple opportunities opening up for you. And there's only one path that you want to take, though, and I think you know what that is based in what you know now that you don't want, or having to come to realize or release something. You've come to this point. I feel like this is where you're at now, even though it's past energy. Maybe it is past energy. You've had a new opportunity, or you've started something new. Maybe you've moved to a new home, or you've started a new job, or you're giving a relationship a go from a different perspective, having released some emotional burden or pain or baggage that you may have been carrying into the connection. But either way, we're wanting to make some healthy choices moving forward, and some grounded choices as well. Embracing a new life and no longer dwelling on, and no longer sitting in trying to work it all out, because this is overthinking energy, and I feel like the thoughts have not been clear in the past because of the emotional response to the situation. It's not the emotional response has not helped you gain clarity. It's maybe kept you stuck in something, but you're releasing that, or have released that recently, and we're moving into a more grounded approach to life or a relationship or whatever it may be. But there's a new opportunity here with the Ace of Pentacles, you'll know what it is, right? You're in it, because especially with the bottle brush as well. Like it's all linking up here, but everything, this is a new journey for you. So the path ahead, another ace, the Ace of Wands, the Knight of Wands, the Six of Wands, right? We're moving forward with a lot of passion and a lot of motivation with all of this wand, fire, soul energy here. So you are, you're creating the dream here. It's time to move forward and feel that motivation and that fire and that oomph again to get moving and to release whatever it was that was, I just feel like something's falling off. Oh. Like I almost feel like you're not going to know yourself in the next week or two as things just lighten in that way, and you're not, that whatever was there, just I feel like a helmet has come off or some sort of bubble around my head, or and I just, yeah, I feel like something falls off you. But anyway, and I feel like what was contained in that bubble was just all of this energy. It's I feel like you're putting something to rest. But yeah, Ace of Wands, Knight of Wands. Look at all this spell and candle work. You could be definitely working with spell work, your manifestation work, gathering your will and your intention to co-create with the divine, you know, stepping into your power in that regard for some people out there. We've got the Six of Wands as well. So if this is a new job, you definitely can predict a success in your new job, or whatever it is you're moving with this fresh Ace of Wands, Ace of Pentacles energy. It's going to be prosperous. It's going to be exciting, I think, as well. I feel like it's going to really fill you up with more passion and keep you on your path and motivated. Like you're just not plugging into stuff that doesn't serve anymore. It's really there's such a building of energy here to lift you up, and I feel like there's going to be a lot of success and recognition, maybe on a really big level stage, or just in your own community or in your relationship. There's taking things to the next level, perhaps. There's a lot of recognition for the hard work that you've done, or the way in which things have progressed and grown. It's like you're going to really be able to enjoy your hard work. This could also be speaking about somebody who is returning to your life as well, for those people that, or somebody who's in their life, maybe not consistently, but there's potentially more energy being fed into that situation. Yeah. All right, we'll move forward to the challenge now. Challenge, we have Death. That's a great challenge, isn't it? The Three of Cups and the Hierophant. Beautiful, beautiful cards here. The challenge is change, okay? The challenge is to embrace transformation and truly let whatever it was that was holding on to you or holding you back be shed from you. This could also be relationships or friendships that are no longer continuing on your journey, but I do mostly feel like this Death card is, I feel like mostly this is embracing the next part of your journey. Maybe a little tricky, or finding the support that you require or need, and putting your wisdom into action, testing yourself in that way. I think maybe a little bit of a challenge sometimes. I feel like you're somebody who is quite the teacher and guide and support to a lot of people or the people around you. And then I think there needs to be a change in maybe your approach, or it already has been. I feel like whatever you're released, like this, you need to trust whatever is ended is absolutely going to serve who you're becoming, and the way you affect people and the way you're effective in your life and the higher commitments you step into. I definitely feel like there's a leveling up happening for you here, like a new commitment. Maybe this is a marriage, maybe this is like a promotion in your job, or stepping into your power, your calling, like really, really trusting and going for it and making the changes necessary to really co-create with the divine. Because I really see that Three of Cups there as this is such spiritual energy, right? And it's about like harmonizing your own tension of opposites, like coming into wholeness and being accepting of your whole being, and then teaching from that place of acceptance and knowing. What will support you through the challenges? We have the Nine of Wands, Three of Pentacles, and the Ace of Cups. You got a few aces here, right? With that new bottle brush energy, it's wonderful to see so many aces. So here, I feel like because you've come through so many tests, so many trials, so many maybe failures or mistakes or whatever you want to call it, like that's just learning, right? Maybe sometimes that because it's just, for some of you have probably been through something pretty hard for a consistent amount of time, or come up against the same wall so many times, and I feel like that's falling away now, but it's a matter of letting it and knowing that you've got what it takes to take that step to the next level and sort of free yourself from being maybe jaded, or it's having the perseverance to allow this transformation to happen and really truly step into it with trust and knowing. 3 of Cups, 3 of Pentacles here together, to co-create your life that you want to create with divinity, with that support, but also with the support of other people and friends around you. I feel like there are people in your journey, I mean, everyone's a little different in different situations to such a huge general reading, but there is support in. And even if that support is just you, like this person is supporting themselves through art therapy, and they're going to make a bit of mess along the way, but it's worth it. That's the thing about it. It's messy work life, but it's worth it because she's got this masterpiece at the end. And where you are now is a masterpiece. And as you move forward making more mess, you'll create even more masterpieces. But there's support there for you. It may be a challenge at first, but I do feel like you're if that's what you want, you can draw in support in a community, or help or assistance, or like somebody to talk to. Some sort of therapy as well might really be beneficial here to help you just drop some of the guard that you might have, or some of the address some of those wounds that you might not be wanting to fully face. I feel like it's going to need, for some people there's a need for some sort of therapy or assistance in that regard, some unconditionally loving support, or like maybe these readings on YouTube are enough for you, but keep being inquisitive, keep going on this journey here, and keep moving forward at the same time with love and support and acceptance of the mess of life. I think that's the biggest thing that comes through here, is the acceptance of the mess of life, and having that just that connection and that knowing and that trust that it's all worth it, and that you're here to learn, and that these experiences, you don't need to be jaded by them. You don't need to it's safe to take your walls down and see what's behind there. I think there's a bit of unpacking to do, a bit of shadow work in your journey here. You've probably been on that journey for a while. Maybe you're just entering it. But there's definitely a need to face some of the things that, with assistance, some of the things that you might not be ready to. I kind of feel like you're not ready to, some people. But you're wanting to, but at the same, I feel like there's something like that needs to be addressed in the past, but you don't want to, because I see that you really do want to move forward, and you sort of just want to leave it there, but there's something there that might need to be addressed, or will come up again or something, maybe. We'll leave it there. So what will help further guidance? We've got the 7 of Pentacles, 10 of Swords has come out together, and this could be the ending of a long-term investment. That could be the case here for you, but I also want to read them as separate cards at the same time. The Page of Wands and the Magician came out in this combination as well, so this is really interesting. You've got a lot of remembering your power here. You're absolutely being guided to continue to invest in yourself, in your well-being, in your job, in your financial investments, however they show up. You're in your business, in your relationship. Show up and tend to that plant, that garden, whatever it is for you. Tend to it every day. Just showing up with knowing that everything that you put into it now, all the ways in which you show up now with presence and love, you will harvest that. You will harvest that abundance. It's worth it. It's worth you showing up. You are worth it. 10 of Swords, leaving behind things that aren't working or haven't worked. It's letting, you've got the Death card in the challenge. We've got that 8 of Cups. So leaving, 9 of Wands, we're leaving something behind. Some of you may not feel ready to leave it behind, or some of you may feel like you're still processing naturally in the background, sort of. But it's the transformation, again, this card, the Death card, it's embracing the new. continue to embrace the new and release the old. Even if you've invested a lot of energy into it and there's something that you feel like you should have got more out of that you didn't, and it's just not how it worked out, but it's time to sort of leave that there and move forward and become a powerful chooser, a powerful creator. The Page of Wands here, it's really about learning your power of choice. And the Magician next to it is somebody who's absolutely in their power and making those choices based in all that they know and all of their resources. So I feel like what will help is trusting in your ability to choose, trusting in your ability to say no or say yes, and then actually show up and actually seek the resources around you and to utilize all the tools that you have. And other people's resources as well. Allow people to support you. Take some advice. I feel like for some of you here, I felt that over there, that there's some advice that you could be taking. That maybe it's there for you, maybe you're acknowledging it, but it's not sinking in yet, I think, for someone. But it will in the right time as well. You know, everything in its right in its own timing, and it's in little seeds maybe getting planted by your environment or a certain person, or maybe these readings or something. There's something that's starting to be planted in your mind, I feel, and it's starting to grow, and you can nurture that. So I feel like this is very much learning from your mistakes in a really big way, in a really nice way. It doesn't, everyone will be a little different, but I just feel like this is quite empowering, even if it was painful. At this point, when moving forward, it is empowering because you will make it so. So the outcome for the tarot, we have the Four of Wands, Five of Swords, Eight of Swords, and Six of Swords. Beautiful, right. 4, 5, 8, 6. So, starting out with this beautiful Four of Swords, it's a standalone card, I feel. And we've got the Judgment on the bottom of the deck as well. These are highly spiritual cards. They do talk about epiphanies, awakenings, and realizations, and stepping into your purpose and feeling connected and celebrating life and how far you've come and just being where you are. Not needing to be better or do better or achieve or I can't have this until that. Like, it's just being good with where you're at. And knowing that you are making choices to bring you to maybe a better tomorrow, and just continuing to show up for yourself. There's definitely a celebration for some of you coming up, or something to celebrate an achievement. Maybe you've just bought a house, or you've graduating, or it could be a wedding. There's so many things this could be. This is an occasion potentially, but it could also just, if it's not an actual occasion event that's coming up for you, something to celebrate, then it's definitely worth celebrating your journey thus far and all that you've learned and all that you're continuing to learn as a lifelong student, and embracing the whole journey of life, basically. I feel like it's a very present card. We had the Eight of Swords, the 5, how did it go? It went 5, 8 and 6. Yeah, I love that so much, because you're putting down the need to overthink, the need to work something out, that you're unbinding yourself from something, or you're releasing some sort of trap or something that was held on you. Maybe it was mentally. There's something about the situation where there's little closure, maybe, or little understanding. But you just need, I think you've come to realize that you just need to leave it behind, because there's no power in it. There's nothing left there for you other than the wisdom gained to move forward. 6 of Swords, right? Leaving behind this lack and this hardship and this darkness into believing again, like leaving behind the overthinking, the late nights, the feeling stuck, the feeling out of your power, and just coming back into that simple truth and knowing that it doesn't have to be this way, and that for whatever reason, I feel like there's going to be, there's deep reflection that brings you to this point, this initiation, and like a major awakening, Judgment on the bottom of the deck, major awakening or epiphany or realization, or maybe remembering that you can absolutely create a beautiful life. Magician, 6 of Swords, and bringing that magic back in, bringing that joy back in, having fun again, and out of the head, and just moving into a new chapter, a new time. So the oracle card we had here, I wanted protection message from this one today. We've got TikTok, and the protection message is, have you been feeling as if the clock is ticking and gotten a little nervous that your dreams are taking too long to manifest? There's nothing to fear. You will never run out of time for the important things. The miracles that are yours and yours alone can't be missed. Isn't that amazing? You're in such capable hands, with guides and angels hovering in the invisible spaces, ensuring that your journey will be filled with all sorts of goodies. Let your anxiety be gently dispelled by your faith. I feel like that's the message here too, is that trusting that everything's going to be fine, and that you can release what was, and that you can create. So you've got the ability to create what will be, what you want, what's destined for you. Let your anxiety be gently dispelled by your faith. Spirit will never deny you your highest good. All is yours in divine, appropriate timing. You can relax. I love that. It's quite sweet. And then just a few little self-love prompts as always. We've got get outdoors. Never get so busy that you forget to enjoy the outdoors. Absolutely. Yeah, I felt like that was actually pretty strong for this group. I feel like because of all this mental overwhelm, and maybe some of you work in an office, or there's just so much work, and maybe when you're not at physical work or home duties and childcare and raising children work, as soon as you get the chance to shut down, I feel like some of you are overworking the mind then in other areas, or worrying, or whatever that is. And there's definitely some different practices you could do instead. I feel like you're already going to start doing them, already have started doing them, but do continue and try more of that, just being. Try more being, not so much doing sometimes. Get outdoors. Have fun again, learn to have fun, love life again, and try to enjoy life more by having fun. So dancing is a good one. But yeah, you know how to have fun, I'm sure of it. Trying new things as well. Catching up with friends for some people, but that may be hard. I know COVID all over the world. We have ground yourself, get grounded in your body and connect back to the earth. Another indication of connecting with nature. But also this is, I feel like, when you're not busy, to meditate, to enjoy those silences and sort of use those silences to open up that dialogue with spirit and connect to simple truths that help clear you, using mantras and affirmations. Shadow work. Uncover every part of you that has been repressed and abandoned. I feel like we did touch on that. There are some things that you may not be totally willing to face yet or open up yet, but with some assistance, some support, in the right timing, and with an unconditionally loving environment or support or therapist or whatever it is, you will absolutely be able to uncover that shadow and really get to know yourself on a deeper level to then accept, embrace, and rise up even higher. Make a vision board. Remind yourself of why you began this journey in the first place. Make a vision board. It's a pretty good practice there. I think that's all I have for you, Group 1. It's a simple reading this week, I suppose. I hope you resonated with that. And I think I'll leave it there. Is there anything else? The Lovers. Beautiful. So it's really like the Lovers and the Judgment card. This is you're making a choice. You've made a choice, or you are making a choice to step into your power, to step into what's next for you, and to acknowledge and I feel like be accountable for your choices. Acknowledge where you've made mistakes so that you can move forward with a greater understanding, basically. Group 1. All right. So those that chose the beautiful bottle brush, I'll leave that there for you. And I look forward to reading for you all again soon. Bye. Hey Group 2, welcome to your reading. If you chose the pink rose, this rose is called Unconditional Love, and it's quite a beautiful one from the garden. Oh, it smells so divine. Okay, so the rose, the divine feminine, the symbol of Mary Magdalene. The amygdala is an anagram for Magdalene, which governs the emotional response part of the brain, the flight or fight. And I feel like there's a lot of wisdom to be gained from experiences where you have come from fear. And it's also a symbol of gratitude and peace. as well. So I feel like this is to do with the divine feminine wisdom that can be applied in those situations where we are feeling flight or flight, high emotional responses and fear, trauma responses and things like this. What else have we got here? And it's also the message of God's love being at work in the world. And this actual rose is called unconditional love. So it's a very beautiful, beautiful symbol for you. Group 2. Did I say group 1 before? I'm sorry if I did. Group 2. Okay, so we're going to start out with our past energy as well. Oh, no. Actually, I'm going to start out with the card you chose, which was so beautiful. It just popped right out. And I'm like, of course it says that. I'm held safely in the embrace of unconditional love. Of course. With the unconditional love rose. It all has to go in hand, doesn't it? I rest my soul and enter a sacred sanctuary of rejuvenation and restoration. So, yes, beautiful, beautiful message there. Okay, so let's jump in with the past energy for group 1. We have the Queen of Swords, 6 of Swords in reverse, and the Hermit card. I don't know if I read signs for the last one, but I'm feeling 2 now, so I will. We have got Virgo here. I can see Taurus and Pisces is here. Libra is here. Leo is here. Cancer as well. Scorpio. And that'll probably do for now. Maybe Aquarius, but yeah. All right. Did I say Cancer as well? Yeah. Okay. All right. So group 2, we've got the Queen of Swords, 6 of Swords reverse, and the Hermit card, right? So there's a lot of deep reflection of the past at this time, or has been in the recent past anyway. You maybe have gotten your truth on a certain situation after a deep reflection of something that's happened in the past. Something has come back up for you to address, perhaps. Something for you to correct, or something for you to I want to say process, but I feel like it's more than that. There's a certain way of being that you've had to shed light on, or maybe you've had assistance shedding light on that. Maybe somebody has helped you with it. Maybe it's just you going within and doing a lot of meditation and reflection on past behaviors or choices that you've made, or something that's happened in the past has definitely come up for reflection. So maybe so that you can close out that cycle and leave it behind you and really take that wisdom from it and move forward in a way that is going to benefit you in the future. I feel like it's behaviors that hasn't served you. Maybe it's self-sabotage or people pleasing. Like, most things are just another form of self-sabotage. But yeah, you're getting clear on that perhaps. And there's some answers maybe being revealed, or maybe you're going within for those answers with meditation and reflection. I'm almost inclined to get one more card for you. Bottom deck is the Judgment card, which is actually the same as Group 1's bottom deck energy. So that's talking about awakenings and realizations, epiphanies, and feeling that calling to make a change or make a movement forward. I see the Tower now, but so 6 of Swords for me, please. The Star card, there's Aquarius. I did feel like Aquarius was meant to be here. We've just had the moon move out of Aquarius yesterday. Is anything wrong? 7 of Pentacles, 9 of Wands. Right, okay. That's, yeah. Yeah, exactly. You've come to a pretty big realization of things that have maybe hurt you in the past that need to be addressed, so that you can move forward with a more prosperous future and invest your energy into things that are making smart choices, basically. That's what I get from this. I feel like you really want to learn from your mistakes or your lessons or what's happened in the past that's come up for reflection, so that you can move forward with all of the information needed to make really healthy, conscious choices and have that sense of renewal come back into your life. It's interesting that this card spoke about rejuvenation and restoration. The Star card is very much about renewal and feeling that hope again, or feeling guided or feeling connected, or having wishes fulfilled. And I feel like that you realize, or have realized that there's something about the past or something that's happened or a way of being that may have been holding you back. And you're not going to allow that anymore. You want to shed light on it and use it to fuel you. You want to use it as a learning experience, and you have and you will. That's the past energy. We're moving now forward into the path ahead, which is the Empress, the High Priestess, and the Nine of Cups. This is stunning. This is very feminine, very, very feminine for our beautiful Mary Magdalene Rose here. So this is a journey of perhaps motherhood, birth, creation, rejuvenation, nutrition and nurturing your body, your mind, meditation, connecting to nature. It's kind of, she's all the queens in one, this Empress, coupled with this High Priestess power. Wow. This is incredibly spiritual energy. You may be moving deeper into your own spiritual truths or your healing journey that requires you to really investigate some of these deeper and darker parts of your subconscious mind. Bringing forth that sacred knowledge that is just there and utilizing that to bring about major wish fulfillment. Nine of Cups here. There's some sort of wish fulfillment coming in for you based in some choices you're making that are very healthy for yourself, your environment, your family, the people that are dependent on you, the people that you guide and heal and teach. I feel like you may be somebody who is a healer or a teacher. But you are manifesting, you are bringing in the life that you want with this beautiful feminine embodiment, this beautiful feminine wisdom. It's something you want very much, and it's already here, I feel like it's already here. There's something about just massive amounts of gratitude and presence and just hand to heart, overwhelmed, just yes. Really beautiful energy moving forward for you. What might be the challenge? Death card came out first. Same with group 1. So if you're looking for a love reading here, maybe your person chose group 1 because there were some similarities in between 1 and 2. Maybe you were drawn to both, or it's all good. There may be a message for you there. We have the Death card, the Four of Swords, the Ten of Wands, and the Moon in reverse. Okay, so the challenge here, I'm feeling like there's definitely an indication that maybe something from the past has been revealed, or there's something that's possibly was hidden that has now come to light, and that may be challenging for you to navigate your way through and release the heaviness that's attached to that realization or to that truth or that revelation. I feel like you're perhaps a little overworked as well, and like you may be doing it all by yourself and needing to ask for a bit of assistance, or getting some more quality rest, or balancing out your need to do everything with your need to just be. So first of all, with the Death card, it's clear, right? Transformation and change, and embracing that change may be a challenge sometimes. Letting go of that past, whatever that was for you. Six of Swords in reverse is it's perhaps the inability to move forward, or feeling stuck, or something just coming back up for review so that you can release. We are approaching a Mercury retrograde, actually. It's just dawned on me as we I think that's in Libra. So Libra it governs our relationships and marriages. So there might be something there for some people. I'm not too sure the dates of this retrograde. I haven't been following so well the last few months. But yes, this Death card and ending. So maybe the challenge, maybe you're moving house, maybe you're leaving a job behind. I feel like it's mostly just a transformation of you, though. You know, it could manifest as many other little changes in your external reality, but what we're talking about here is something quite internal, I feel. Needing a bit more rest of that Four of Swords, that may be a challenge for you, is to get that rest, or getting that quality meditation time to really filter through and process your thoughts, or allow that to happen in the background at least. I'm inclined to get another card now on Four of Swords, actually. Reveal to me. I feel like there's something there and I'm not getting it. What is it? Three of Cups. Beautiful. Yeah, all right. I feel like there's a desire to connect and be supported and have support, and maybe in your relationship or your friendship circles or family, whatever it is. You're just needing to balance out that support and fun and love with your own rest, I'm feeling here. because everything's unfolding naturally as it should. I feel like you need to share more joy, or share more fun, or there's something about needing to have more fun, and let go of all the overthinking and all the hard work and the changes and all the burden and the responsibilities and all the things that you're doing, and just stop and have a little bit of fun. I feel like that's what's needed then. That's in your challenge area there as well. So also just letting yourself celebrate, even if everything isn't perfect or how you'd like it to be. Let yourself celebrate. Yeah, all right. We'll move on to what will help in such a situation. 10 of Wands is the challenge. 10 of Cups is what will help. Again, a bit more indication of allowing yourself to have fun, to invest in your emotional health. This is also obviously in marriage, relationships, that longevity of emotional fulfillment, family, all of those things that we're passionate about and that fill us with love. We have the 6 of Pentacles, again, benevolence, assistance, and help. So receiving help, asking for help, receiving other people's charity, making sure your connections are reciprocal as well. So you giving and receiving on equal terms. We have the Ace of Swords, the Ace of Wands. Oh, and the 6 of Wands was behind there. I didn't see that. Nice, beautiful. You're really just being asked to trust this gorgeous path ahead, because I feel like there's such a lightening happening for you. There's such a revelation here. There's such a big truth come to light, or an understanding, or knowing, Judgment card. Like we've got the answer now, or we've got the key now. It's just a matter of climbing to success. Just keep taking the steps in this beautiful direction that beckons you. That makes sense now. I'm held safely in the embrace of unconditional love. I rest my soul and enter a sacred sanctuary of rejuvenation. Oh no, beckons was on the other one. Group 1 is tangled into this reading somehow. Could be a person that might choose group 1. That's another thing you might, if this is a love reading for you or you're wanting it to be, maybe you could show your person the image of the 3 cards and see which one they would choose, so that you can maybe get an extra reading on where it's at on their perspective as well. For those in relationship that would like to do that, it's an option for you, especially because I'm feeling like group 1 and 2 are hand in hand. Anyway, if you're not feeling anything about group 1, that's fine. That's fine too. Right, where are we? So yeah, wow, just allow this momentum to to gather within you, and allow yourself to follow through with your truths and your passions, and really take action based on those truths, and not letting anything hold you back here. This is a climb to success, but you're needing to ask for a little bit of help, and it's okay to go after what makes you happy. I think that's another big thing here as well. It's okay. You're allowed to be happy for some people. Definitely needing a little help with all that you're carrying though, I would say, or at least a bit of rest. Further guidance, we have the World, the Knight of Pentacles, and the 8 of Pentacles. How's that? So there's something that really comes through quite strongly here, is that you're a very accomplished person. You're an extremely accomplished person in whatever it is that you do, and you will know whether it's your work, your passion, your understanding, your teachings, your role as a parent, whatever it is, right? You're a very accomplished person, but there's something about you that has maybe been humbled lately, or has the need to slip back into beginner's mind, or have like a new start of some kind, or it's like big, the big fish in the little pond has jumped into the big pond. So now you might feel like a little bit of a little fish in this bigger pond, and these new muscles that you need to test out, and meet yourself deeper again as you expand into the next level and spiral of manifestation. The Knight of Pentacles, the Eight of Pentacles is a very humbling energy that really speaks to after the completion of something or after the leveling up of something. If you've really accomplished something, there's a whole world here. Now it's almost like back to the start again, or like very grounded and practical approach and very reliable approach in the way you're showing up. This is very much showing up energy. I love that this card really speaks to the Eight of Pentacles like almost no other, because she's showing up, and in the background there's a couple of these pottery things that are a bit wonky. You know, they're not perfect, but she gave it a go. And the ones that are more recent have got really intricate designs. So it really shows the value of showing up every single day and trying and trying and trying, and just keep practicing. Keep practicing on the new path that you're on, embracing all that you have learned, all that's been revealed. With the Queen of Swords is something you've come to realize here. Maybe it's a conversation that's sparked that for you, but there's definitely a new way of perceiving things from a very intellectual perspective that is not triggered by emotions, but rather can move forward in a way that is empowering for you. But it also means getting back to the drawing board, or maybe back to the start, or something like that, but not quite. If you get what I mean, you will, I hope. So the guidance in moving forward is to just show up, just to be practical, to show up, to allow the transformation to happen, allow what was no longer working to fall away, and just keep showing up in what you know. Keep living from your truth. Keep creating. Trusting that each step right now is just as powerful as your end game. Like it's be here now. It's always one of my favorite things to mention, because it's any situation, you're here, not there. But here will have the greatest effect on there. How it is that you show up in the here it says everything to the there. I'm probably confusing some of you now, shush. All right, outcome energy in the tarot. I love it. The Sun, the King of Cups, and the Ace of Cups. So if this is a marriage relationship or something like this, there's definitely a beautiful, loving connection here in the outcome. Somebody supporting you. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of love in this connection if it is about about a relationship. But reading it separately, just for everybody, this is all about growth, illumination, and emotional fulfillment, happiness, unconditional love, self-love, understanding, gentleness. I feel like there's a lot to celebrate moving forward. There's a lot here about parenthood as well for some people. That was Bottle Brush. I keep getting drawn to that. Things from group 1, which is odd, but okay. Right. There could be an offer coming in from somebody very special here as well. For some people, definitely feeling that, or just to speak to, I feel like some people here are maybe pregnant or wanting to be pregnant, and there is a baby coming in, or there's a baby coming into your family, or something new in that regard. It's a bit tricky to do such a thing. Like, it's very clear for some people, but obviously not for everyone, because there's so many people connecting to such a general reading. But there's definitely new birth, new creation, new life, a lot of inner child expression, being able to express your emotions in a safe container and be held compassionately, to be understood, to be heard, and to move forward together in love, in true love, a true love, like that really embraces the shadow and the light. Accepting each other as beings. I feel like this was quite a love reading at this point. Can I have another card to take me away? The Two of Cups now, look at that, stop it. Another card to indicate the other way. The Eight of Cups, Justice, beautiful. Yeah, that does speak about what we've said here as well. Does it? Group 1 again. Yeah, I feel like things are just moving into a much lighter time where you're not feeling emotionally reactive to whatever's happening anymore. I feel like it's just a more grounded and like you feel like you can know all the answers now, like more is revealed, like you have more of an understanding now is what I'm getting. That you know the way forward, or yeah, it's positive. Group 2. I don't know if I keep saying group 1, I don't know, just, yeah. group 1. Co-create is your oracle card. I wanted protection today, so we're going to go to that message, which is, you're trying too hard to create all that you desire without the nurturing, vital force of spirit. Perhaps you are in a creative slump, suffering writer's block, facing a monumental task, but unable to decide on your first step. So you just avoid doing anything. Does the word overwhelm apply to you right now? Why do you think it's all has to come down to you? Inspiration means drawing in of divine guidance. You must tap into spirit, not simply yourself. Ask spirit for inspiration. 2 minds are greater than one. So co-create with your divine partner. Claim your partnership with spirit. Inspiration will flow through you as soon as you get out of your own way. So I do feel letting people help you is a big one, but also, yeah, opening that assistance from spirit as well. It's kind of mentioned quite strongly here with that 10 of Wands, carrying quite a bit by yourself. We have create an altar over there. Somewhere to show up and pray, something that helps you align with your intentions, things that you would like to embody. Social media detox, no posting, no liking, just living. Don't let it take over your life. If you're on there a bit too much, get outdoors or do something different. There's so many things we could do in those hours that we scroll, all right? There's so many things. It's okay to scroll sometimes, good, go for it. But sometimes it's good to just check self and be like, what, I could really be doing something a little bit more creative, right? Or a little bit, whatever. You'll know what those things are. They've been waiting in the banks for a while for some of you, right? There's always other things that you could try. But heart chakra, it says out of balance, but I just do feel like this is more speaking about this unconditionally loving energy that's coming through this reading, whether it's in your relationship or in your approach to life or yourself or your healing journey. There is an expansion in the heart space that is more accepting of hardship, more accepting of the pain, more accepting of your mistakes, and willing to be accountable to move forward in a way that is more loving. Home needs TLC. Give your home some attention, redecorate, clean it, or sage. You'll know where that's needed. Maybe a cupboard needs sorting out to help you feel a little more organized on the inside. It's always my favorite. Spring too, over in my side of the world. So there's a lot of spring cleaning going on over in my place. But let go and move on. Don't allow the past to prevent you from moving forward, which is really, really wonderful to see after having the 6 of Swords in reverse up in the past energy, and you really just sitting with it to process, gain the wisdom so that you can move forward with hope, inspiration, and a more nurturing path ahead for you. Nutrition, your body is your temple. Try changing your eating habits. It's a really powerful way to show up for yourself, is nutrition. A really powerful way to support yourself in each day. In each relationship that you have. You can operate from a really good place if your gut and brain health are nurtured. You have the energy you need. So clear your energy. There you go. Refuel your energy and reclaim your power. And have fun again. Learn to love life again and try to enjoy life more by having fun. Dancing, playing, connecting with creativity, craft. Yeah, I'm really being drawn to people that work with their hands here, with gardening, painting, creating. There's something like that message about scrolling at night. Maybe your art has been put to the wayside, or something that it needs to come back in, or maybe it has recently come back in, because it's also going to help you process a lot of what's going on in the background. So group 2, I think that's all I have for you here. Yeah, I'm going to leave that there, group 2. I hope you enjoyed that reading. I hope it gave you some sort of comfort, clarity, or guidance in the path ahead, and I look forward to reading for you all again soon. Bye. Hey, group 3, and welcome to your reading if you chose the purple snapdragons. Then this reading is for you. Snapdragon is a really interesting one, actually. I was kind of surprised when I looked up the meaning. It is a being purple. It is a flower of spirituality or royalty, sovereignty, but mostly spirituality and living from that place of spiritual truth. It's also a charm against falsehood and deceptions. It can be given by somebody if they would like to apologize for being deceptive. It is also an access to the mysteries of life, so living a very spiritually activated, empowered life. Yeah, there's all the different meanings for the different colours, but for purple, that is the meaning. So, yeah. And also, there was something I read before about if you cover a snapdragon flower, if you conceal it in some way, the person who concealed it becomes intriguing to the people around them. It's a bit of a garden witch tip if you're ever wanting to be a little, intriguing to somebody or mysterious. That might be a way you'd like to create that. But anyway, starting with your past energy group 3. God, did I say 1 before? I meant 3. Keep going back to group 1. Maybe there's a message for me there or something. We'll see. All right. So we're starting out with some pretty heavy hitting cards. We've got the 7 of Swords. We've got the 5 of Pentacles, the 5 of Cups, and then Temperance. Temperance I pulled as an extra one because these were just so heavy, I guess you could say. So this really interesting that the 7 of Swords came out first when that flower does talk about being a truth-telling flower, or it's linked to the word deviousness. So if there has been some deviant behavior or deception, that's highly indicated here in your past energy, where there's, maybe it was your behavior that was deceptive, maybe it was somebody else's, but it's left you and another person or yourself, how this could be relationship, it could, whatever. I mean, usually if there's deception, there's another person involved. So maybe it's a friend, a co-worker, it could be anything. I don't want to make it just about love, but it's caused a lot of sadness. A lot of disappointment and a lot of loneliness, perhaps, a lot of isolation and feeling like you don't know if you can trust a certain person. And it's just, this is the past energy where it's kind of it's been really hard to accept maybe, or find forgiveness if it was you. Just not knowing how to deal with it, being really overwhelmed perhaps as well. But the Temperance card, I'm glad I got an extra one and that it was Temperance, because it means that you are learning to surrender this experience and learn from it as well, and have a bit of patience with the unfolding. And it's also helping you come from a place of balance as you move through this situation and forward into whatever choice you want to make for corrective action. So there's a bit of noise going on in my background. I hope you can't hear too much of that. It's some vacuums and stuff. But so this is absolutely you needing to, or have, or recently just surrendered to maybe the sadness, to the pain, and sort of come maybe to a bit of acceptance of the situation. Maybe there's been a discussion, and this flower does speak to the forgiveness and the apologies and things like that as well. So, maybe you've come to that point with your person or whoever this is, and you're sort of just wanting to move forward now, wanting to sort of surrender what was. You can't change the past, but wanting to move forward more productively is kind of what I'm feeling from that. We are back. Just didn't want too much background noise. So we're back with the moving ahead section. 2 of Wands, a wonderful thing to see after Temperance and such heaviness, in that it speaks to taking a new path, a new way of doing things, leaving behind deception, dishonesty, the need to hide, the need to conceal, the need to go it alone, walking away from situations when they get too hard. However it applies, everyone will be a little different here, but you're trying a new method, perhaps a new recipe for success, because you know that you would like, you want to work towards something sustainable and long-term with the 10 of Pentacles, whether that's in your career, your relationship, whatever it is. You're deciding to really move forward. Now we've got the Chariot and the Hierophant. You're wanting to move forward into something more sustainable, something more real, or being more honest or more true. Or if it's away from this deceptive behavior, it's so that you can create a life for yourself that is more honoring for you, that really speaks to all that you are as well. I feel like you're really wanting to create a really solid solid life for yourself, full of lots of abundance on all levels, financial abundance, the security and connections, all of that stuff. With the Chariot card though, it's a beautiful card because it does embrace the two sphinxes. Normally on the Chariot card, we've got the light and the dark sphinx, which to me, yin and yang, which is actually interesting because the cards that I pulled for you, I pulled the Wisdom of the Oracle card, and I'm just going to jump to it now. I'm not going to read it yet, but you got yang, and then the other card that fell out with it, I only wanted to take one. You actually got yin. You got both yin and yang. Maybe I will read both. I'll just put it aside. But that's just what I'm noticing about the Chariot card for Rider-Waite's depiction anyway, with the two sphinxes and movement forward through challenges and embracing, the duality of life or the duality of a situation, that everything isn't always perfect in that regard. But you've got the wisdom and the commitment that it takes to make the changes that you would like with this Two of Wands, to apply the wisdom to your actions now. You've got the knowledge, you've got the wisdom, you know what the truth is, you know what you want. It's just a matter of taking that assertive action in the direction that you want and no longer repeating old patterns or going back to situations that are lacking for you. You're moving forward into more abundance emotionally and financially. I don't think I read the original card that you chose for this reading, but I will now. I tune in to faithfully listen for the authentic, empowered, creative voice of my soul, guiding me flawlessly on my life journey. I tune in to faithfully listen for the authentic, empowered, creative voice of my soul, guiding me flawlessly on my life journey. And when I see that flawlessly, I just again think of the Chariot card and the embracing of the duality of life and all that it throws at you, all of its mess, and having the confidence to move forward and seeing yourself as flawless, even in all of your flaws, to accept yourself in the totality of your being. I love that so much. And to then take actions based in that high wisdom that you've got. Maybe this is a marriage card and taking things to the next level. Maybe there's a moving house here. I can definitely see the opportunity for maybe like a lot of, I'm trying to read for different situations now as well, not just love. I feel like love has sort of taken over a bit here today, but some people, this is like having financial strains and trying to work out how to make it all happen for yourself and do it all by yourself, but things are getting lighter because you're doing things differently. Or maybe you're letting go of a certain temptation or something that was draining you. I can definitely see for a lot of people there's the potential to buy a house, to buy a business, to invest in something in a pretty big way that's going to really take you forward to the next chapter of your life. Maybe it's signing up for a course to educate yourself so that you can step into a higher role of leadership. There's definitely like you whatever you've come from, you're moving into something so much better. Yeah. Right, challenge. Knight of Swords, anxiety, fear. See the truth, the magic, the inspiration, all of that is just here. It wants to get in, but sometimes I think that you may be overwhelmed with what has happened in the past or fears that the cycles may repeat with the Wheel of Fortune. Lots and lots of fear actually that that moving forward will be quite a challenge for you, especially if there's been a deception in the connection, and moving forward, you are moving forward into something very loyal and honest and true. I can see that with the Ten of Pentacles, Chariot and the Hierophant, Two of Wands, different paths, but there's still fear of a repeated cycle. Ace of Cups and the Queen of Cups as well. There's really a need to embrace self-love and forgiveness here. You can see this person is quite upset, looks like a broken heart. This is the Queen of Cups card, interesting depiction. She's being comforted by somebody, perhaps her lover. But yeah, I feel like the challenge will be overcoming your own emotional responses to anxiety, to fear, to doubt. Overcoming that with just self-love and the ability to know that you can move forward with confidence and you have strength to overcome these challenges and you can move through and past this, whatever this is. So further guidance, we've got a few aces, Ace of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Wands is here. I think every reading had a bunch of aces, which is really nice. It shows collectively that we are ready for a new beginning. So we're ready to invite new energy in and release that which is not serving or is taking up too much time, space, or mental real estate, whatever. So Ace of Wands, the Nine of Cups, and the Knight of Pentacles. So beautiful, right? This is about manifestation, manifesting your wishes, getting clear about what your wishes are, and just going for that, feeding your energy into that which you would like. Showing up with the Nine of Pentacles. This is such a reliable energy. I feel like your wish fulfillment is to have a reliable, sustainable, healthy, flowing connection. I feel like this is very much a wish of for some people. Or you would like healing within your relationship and to work together to move forward. There's definitely a lot to be celebrating here. Nine of Cups is a wish fulfillment, something that you go for your wishes. Feed your passion into that which you would desire. Don't let the mistakes of the past or pain from the past hold you back, basically. Yeah, at all. It's time to really move forward into what you do want, who you want to be, how you want to show up. And taking that time, you're not going to get there all in one day. The Knight of Pentacles tells you that it's a journey ahead and it's going to take some time. But it's worth it because you're working towards your wishes and you'll be blessed along the way. You'll know you're on the right path. It'll feel flowy. It'll feel smooth. Yeah. Invest and show up. I skipped a whole row. We're going to go to that. Okay, we've got... In further guidance here, what will help with challenges? We've got the Star card, Seven of Wands, Page of Wands, and the Ace of Pentacles. There is a defensiveness energy here of choice, defensive of your choices, or needing to defend your choices because you're still learning. There's so much here about learning the consequence of your choices, defending the consequence of your choices. There's a lot here about that. I think this is interesting. I feel like you need to believe in yourself that you can liberate out of the situation that you're in and that you can draw in a beautiful future and more hope. Two of Wands energy. It's basically you can liberate or you can surrender. Both a similar thing, right? Because through surrender you will liberate. But and in doing that, I feel like a lot of hope renewal and rejuvenation will come into your being and into your connection or into your work or whatever it is that you're doing or what this reading is about for you. And you're learning here that you're constantly learning here, basically. I feel like this is a student energy. She's let these lizards crawl all over and one has happened to bite her, so it's understanding that there's consequence to your actions and not all actions are going to be to bring you learning through joy. Sometimes it's going to be learning through pain and mistakes, and that's okay. But the Ace of Pentacles is here to like put your foot down. Knight of Pentacles, just Ace of Wands, just keep trying, keep showing up, keep learning. You know, there is a defensive energy in you, so maybe you're a bit defensive against people's actions that are harmful or your own, or maybe But there's I feel like that can be put to rest and you can just relax into being, just be yourself sort of energy, like just be who you are and move forward in your truth and take these opportunities to learn. Actually show up and take these opportunities to learn and show up in the ways you want to show up that they're, you know, harmonious to who you want to be. Outcome energy, the Devil and the Empress. I just feel like it's turning away from temptation here. The Empress is facing to this child, to who she's nurturing, to the healing. She's healing a boo-boo here, actually. I feel like that's the first time I've picked this card and needed to read about the sore knee. So there's definitely, there's some sort of temptation around you, perhaps, in the outcome, but you're choosing to heal from that. You're choosing to turn away from that which is unhealthy, that which is binding, that which you feel you lose control to. Maybe it's sabotaging behaviors. The Tower, it could be addictions of all kinds, right? The Empress, the Tower is here, and then the Hanged Man is here. This is a really powerful outcome, all major arcana. And it really, with the Tower card, it's through destruction that you learn. It's through pain, it's through mistakes that you're learning here. You're really learning what you don't want, what will really affect your life in a very negative way as well. I feel like you're realizing the power of your choices, and you're needing to make maybe better choices so that you can come out of cycles of anxiety. There might be choices or things that you're doing that cause you to overthink, or step into this Nine of Swords energy, anxiety and worry and defensiveness of then your choices. And so that there's a lot to be learned here in this outcome. There's a great deal to be learned, and there's a great deal to learn from the destruction, to learn from mistakes, to rebuild and from a different perspective. It's like you get the chance to do things differently this time. There will be temptation and destruction still around you, but you can choose yourself. You can choose to nurture yourself and look at things from a higher perspective, and sort of just surrender to the chaos and make the most out of the healing that's available to you after all of the dust settles. There's a lot to be empowered here in this. There's a lot you can do to empower yourself. I love that the Hanged Man and the Empress comes out with this Tower and Devil, because you really are, like, just the way it even came on the table, it was like these cards sit on top of the heavier energy. So you're really choosing this surrender and nurturing and self-care over the destructive temptations and choices that may be available to you sometimes. Self-sabotaging behaviors. You're learning that these programs are even running in your system, and so you're doing what you can to connect back to nature and back to yourself, so that you can progress in the way you would like to progress with this beautiful movement forward energy of the Two of Wands, the long-term, your legacy that you're leaving, moving forward with confidence and learning and being a teacher and all of that stuff, like just leveling up, not letting that hold you back anymore. It's still here, it's in the outcome, it's still there, it's something you're still having to deal with. But I feel like this might be support here for you as well. I do feel like there's somebody, for a lot of you, a loved one that wants to support you through this, and see you come out the other side of it with a greater perspective, and not judge you as well. All right, so Yang. We had Yang and I wanted protection. So be mindful of the tendency towards impulsive action, overconfidence and aggressive behavior. Think before you act, lest you find yourself in a situation that will lead to uncomfortable consequences. Be sure you really want what you're chasing after, because you might be sorry when you get it. The appearance of this card isn't cause of fear, for life is all about learning lessons. We spoke about this, didn't we? Practice temperance, diplomacy and thoughtful consideration before making a move. And that's kind of it, learning from the mistakes of the past here, just surrendering those mistakes. Yeah, they happen, they're for a reason, they're helpful in their own way, but we can move forward with conscious choices now. The other one, Yang, I guess I will read it because it did come out, Yin Yang. Why not? It's too synchronistic, right? So the protection message for Yin. Do you have trouble receiving? This may not be for everyone because it was Yang that is. But anyway, do you have trouble receiving? You stop the flow of abundance when you continually insist on being the giver. You can't always lead, always give, always teach. You must be a student, the open vessel, the one who receives the gift, the gesture, or offer in equal measure. Open up and let love, life, abundance, and spirit fill you without demand or expectation. Receive the bounty that is yours. Okay, I can see how that works. That's nice. All right. And I forgot to pull these beforehand, so we'll just take them now. These are the self-love cards that may assist you in the week ahead. So what does group 3 need? What will be helpful for group 3 in self-love? We're feeling this one. Ground yourself, getting back to your body and connecting with the earth. I think we might have mentioned that here already. Clarify your desires. Yeah, careful what you wish for in the Yang card. Cut through the confusion and use your intuition to guide you. Clear your energy, refuel your energy, reclaim your power. This is all about getting clear on what you want and what you know and how you want to move forward based on that clearing. This is about carrying no mental baggage, all of it. This is about carrying no baggage, releasing yourself, giving yourself a fresh start, or giving your person a fresh start, or whatever it may be. Social media detox, no posting, no liking, just living. Don't let it take over your life. So you are using your quiet downtime mindfully. Have fun again came out for every group. Learn to love life again. Try enjoy life by having more fun. Dancing, playing, creating. Level up. Start small. Start today. Just start. The sky's the limit. That is totally here. Okay. And you will be. There's no choice. You can see it. You will level up. Based on just not wanting to repeat. Like you know you want different. Nutrition. Looking after your body. It's your temple. Try changing eating habits. Help your mood and your energy levels, everything. Positive affirmations. Using positive affirmations every day can change your life. Believing in yourself as well. Positive affirmations about your ability to move forward in the face of challenges. There's so many wonderful ones out there. Do use them. Your words are spells. It is a wonderful way to rewire your brain in that instant moment of anxiety and fear, to override it with a truth. The body responds to truth in ways that nothing else will. Does that make sense? Third eye chakra. Trusting your intuition when you're making your choices there. It's safe to trust your intuition. We're having a relaxing bath, more self-care, adding bath salts or candles can help restore yourself. But also with this, I feel like it's just adding sensuality to all sorts of little things. Maybe when you're doing the dishes, to connect with the sunlight as it comes through the window, or to light a candle just randomly because it feels nice, or it clears the air purifier, you know. Adding essential oils to your mopping water, or, you know, whatever it is. Just adding the lots of little things that help you feel restored, rejuvenated, and just that little bit extra. Go the extra mile for yourself to help you soothe. And one more, please. Feel this one. Give less fucks. The less you give a fuck, the happier you will be. Apologies if children are watching this channel. I just realised there are some children who do watch this. But just don't care so much. It's all good. Let it go. That's what it means to say. All right, group 3. I think I'll leave that there for you beautiful people who chose this beautiful snapdragon. Very much the journey of a spiritual person, or somebody on that quest of awakening and leveling up and becoming more of your authentic self, I feel. And sometimes that's based in uncomfortable situations, right? The lotus does grow in the mud, but that's your unfolding. And as above, so below. All right, group 3, I'm going to leave it there for you beautiful people. I hope that resonated or gave you some sort of clarity, comfort, or guidance with where it's at right now. And I look forward to reading for you all again soon. Bye.